You don't look pallid. Or dead. Enough to be with this lot. I could use your help. Good to see a fellow undaunted. Normally I'd say, wait your turn. But these necromancers are up to something big. Yet there's always demand for soul gems. Funny that. You weren't wrong about this lot, though. They're bringing in corpses by the wagon load, erecting wards, gathering materials, preparing, but I haven't discovered what for. The way deeper into Fang Lair is barred by powerful magic. I've yet to find a discreet way through, but with you here, we might be able to disrupt the barrier by force. Give those necromancers a real taste of death and go from there. Interested? I don't know exactly what we're up against, but it's sure to impress the Enclave. Even Garlog. You'd best take the lead. I'm a pledge maker, not a pledge taker. Not much thus far, but I've seen them come and go by the dozen. The one conjuring the ritual barrier is Elizabeth. Powerful, but she's not calling the shots here. Fang Lair is sure to be teeming with undead in any case. I'm what we call a trailblazer. Got a nose for trouble, let's say, but not an urge to get it cut off. If I find something I can't handle myself, then it's probably perfect for a pledge. Good eye. Legend has it that when dwarves and dragons both still walked the land, they clashed here. The dwarves unleashed their greatest works in defense of their home, but for all their invention, they were no match for the raw power of the dragon. Oh no, long gone, like the dwarves. Obviously, it stuck around long enough for the locals to start calling this place Fang Lair, but these ruins have had many a squatter in their time. The necromancers are only the most recent.
Why we need to stand guard.
No,
You don't want to do
chop.
this! Nobody's going to believe this story.
This place is vast. Old, too. How much death do you think this place has seen over the years?
My blade has a soul. You will join it.
How long does she intend to channel that
You'll
barrier?
never reach the far shores.
Damn! They're here sooner than expected. No matter. You will go no further and your bones will join this army. is shut! Nothing you can do will change that! Curse your beating heart! Just die already!
This is not the end of our tale.
The dead are tyrants! Are you? How much longer do you intend to keep this up?
There. The barrier has been dispelled. Now to find out what they were so interested in protecting.
I'll admit, I didn't expect you to deliver yourself to me, Zaan. Oh? What's this? Delvers. How disappointing. Here I thought I might finally acquire the missing piece to the matching Kindly leave before I have to clutter the place up with your corpses. I have more pressing concerns.
That's what I'm afraid of. A group this large must have dedicated ritual areas. We should search for one. Their notes should tell us more about their intentions here. The way is open, thanks to you. Keep clearing a path. I'm gonna poke around and see if the recently deceased left anything of interest. Not anyone I know by reputation, but not a friend of our host by the sound of it. Whether that's good for us, I can't say, but all the more reason to stop what's going on here quickly.
All right. Whose experiment nearly killed me last night?
Don't mar their hair!
I want to.
Get moving!
You'll make a lovely corpse. Charge! Nobody's going to believe this story.
I've never seen this design before. What's its purpose?
Remains this old are often bereft of their original essence. This ceremony increases viability.
That explains the difficulty I've been having.
I wonder what we'll get from you.
That was it, right? Sometimes it's hard to tell.
What is this contraption? It doesn't look Dwemer.
They hate it when you breathe.
Skin.
Destroy! Be for the food stores.
Raw materials for the Master's research.
Ugh, very raw.
If this makes you squeamish, you've chosen the wrong vocation.
Swift or lingering death? Choose quickly.
Go free!
Here, go there, and keep the good piece.
I have conjured up the spirit.
Get back, fiends.
Some truly ancient. Why is it the Dwemer never answer? Why can't I make them answer?
They aren't meant to return. Divine retribution.
Enough. Let's hear your soul wail.
You're still here? If you must admire my work, at least allow me to put my best fossil forward.
Move your feet! Get moving! I'd wager these bones weren't just lying around this cavern. But why put such a focus on reanimating simple beasts? I'm gonna dig through the notes I've found so far, see what else you can discover deeper in. These animals aren't native to this cavern. They were brought here. But why? I've heard of sentimental necromancers reanimating pets and loved ones, but this seems more like a display, or a study.
Battle we can walk away from, eh?
They aren't ready. Not yet. We'll have to... You get to die! Exciting!
Not to be an ungracious host, but I've tired of entertaining. Calurian, see that our uninvited guests are made comfortable for a very long stay.
How much more of your company must I endure, Orin? None of you are welcome here. See what I have been reduced to? Takes its time to choke the life out of its prey. That's all right.
Guard up! Get moving!
From the Wamasu, I claim thunder. Feel it course through you. The chill of the north lies deep in the bones of the manor. only prey. Finally, a moment's peace.
I'd have expected a lich of such power to be behind this cabal, but this one seemed to be an unwilling thrall. Frightening, but not all bad. His soul may be willing to answer my questions freely. Kalurian! By your true name spoken, I compel you to rise once more, and tell us of your captors!
You are no friend to me, Conjurer, but release those who walked with me in life, and I will consider you an ally. Fail, and we will have a very long time to become acquainted.
That's an acceptable bargain.
Then find Ulfnor and Sabina and dispatch them as you did me.
I've got a theory based on our findings thus far. I don't think you're gonna like it. All the scope of preparation, the protections put in place, the esoteric skeletal research. I think they've found the dragon. I don't know that that's possible, but if you told me a necromancer dominated a lich as old as Kalurian, I wouldn't have believed it either. I think Kalurian knows the truth of it, so we had better do as he's asked. A Redguard who doesn't shy away from the undead? Hard to believe, I know. Once you get past the centuries of baseless superstition and fear, it's not so different from any other form of magic. It all comes down to how you use it. Animating the dead is distasteful to most, but not inherently evil. And necromancy has many positive applications that often get overlooked because of the taboo. I think being forbidden is part of its allure to deviants with macabre tastes. I would expect so. It's not like the Undaunted shy away from a little practical necromancy to even the odds in places like this. Necrotic orbs annihilate man, mer, and monster all the same. Trust might be a bit of a strong word, but I do think he could be a potential ally. Undead who retain their intelligence tend to begrudge being compelled against their will. I suppose that's true of anyone, really. The Master's thralls. I don't like the way they watch us.
I prefer
Your
the empty
blood
stares
will
of hollow
flow
eyes as
black.
well. The smart ones. You feel like they're biding their time. So many of the things you've broken I can easily replace, but Kalurian, he was a unique specimen. He'll never be the same. And what are these two without the third? Incomplete, ancillary, superfluous. Ulfnor, Sabina, smash yourselves to dust against these vandals. Sorry to have to kill you.
No,
Has to be done. Might as well enjoy
break
it.
of chains is all on you. Now the proof of death has us both.
Good fight.
My chains are broken.
That's it. The necromantic energies are exhausted. They should be free now. Kalorian, we've done as you asked. Tell us of Orin's plans.
He seeks to take what we won at so steep a price so long ago.
Thurvo-kun, the dragon we hunted still lies dead in its roost.
By my hand, you'll recall. Not that any songs will be sung about it.
Tell me he doesn't have the dragon's soul.
No. I was unable to capture the dragon's soul when we slew it. Its corporeal form was all I was able to claim, and this ruin.
Small blessings. But even soulless dragon bones pose a terrible threat in the hands of someone as powerful as Orin. We have to stop his plans. Even as a soulless husk, the dragon's bones hold formidable power. If Orin's able to complete the reanimation, let's hurry.
Divines, grant me strength. There's a grudge to be repaid. I'll do whatever I can to see our tormentor answer for what he's done. Against a living necromancer, there's not much I can do directly. But should you deprive him of his corporeal form, well, let's just say I've had a lot more time to practice the arts of pain that way.
The dragon was my prize. Stolen from me now, like my friends, my peace, and my free will. Destroy Orin and let me lie. Those bones, this place, they are mine by right of conquest. Spoils paid for in blood. I devoted lifetimes of study to all of it. For what? The damned beast held on to its secrets more tightly than its life. The others might claim an end to tyranny, but I lent my sorcery to their cause to claim the power of a god, or so near as to make no difference. But that power could not be contained by the likes of me, so I had to content myself with the remnants. Because I could. Because even an Ultima's longevity was not enough to find what I was seeking. You can put that on my grave. Here lies Kalorian, whose reach forever exceeded his grasp.
Oh, thank you. Glad to be free of those aching bones. Gone stiff in my old age. My place is in Sovngarde. Don't let these ash-eaters keep me like some trophy. Bastard Orin. Thought he might learn more about the dragon from us. Ordered Kalorian to dig up our graves and call our spirits back to this world. Of course, once he had us, he had no intention of letting go. The flesh and blood thing was a monster of godlike power, so count yourself lucky that it might only be the bones left to trouble you. Aside from that, I have nothing of use to you. Orin, though, not real well liked by his thralls. You? No. Her, though, maybe. Loosen his grasp on the undead in his service, and they'll welcome the opportunity to squeeze his beating heart still.
Harvest of the blade!
Another barrier seal. We need to destroy that crystal so I can dispel it. We'll need to destroy this crystal before I can dispel the barrier seal. Looks like it's drawing its power from beyond the veil. Calorian, can you help?
If I must.
Even as a soulless husk, the dragon's
Power unseen for ages. See how I wield death!
They'll be here any moment. They must not disturb the master.
The lovely failure will be truly terrible!
What do you say to some celebratory sweets?
Another crystal. Destroy it.
Maintain the seal. Nothing to fear from death so long as you maintain the seal.
Kill you? The crystal. It's powering the summoning circle. We have to destroy it. Roll free!
Attack!
This seal is like the last one. I'll need help to break it.
This one's mine! Nothing can stop Ulf nor the Dragon Slayer!
I'm so glad you could be here for my moment of triumph. I promise your interest in my work will be rewarded. At last I can unveil the centerpiece of my collection. Servo-kun. Oh, how exquisite it turned out to be. And your shattered bodies will make the perfect set dressing.
I can't undo his spell. Not while he's fighting me. You have to be the ones to stop this.
I'll enjoy this. Watch how the puppets dance. I'll teach you the steps soon enough. These reanimations are trivial. Can you keep up?
Captive spirits, I release you. Lend us your aid.
Wretched things, be gone!
Appreciate my work.
What do you say to some celebratory sweets?
Insubstantial and insignificant.
So, merely pulling the strings will not be enough. Then allow me to be more direct.
I can't stop Orin summoning. Destroy him, quickly!
Give your magicka a chance to recover.
This is a vessel befitting my power. Observe. Shed your flesh, and the agony will end.
beautiful masterpiece! How?
I think it's time we laid these old bones to rest for good. I couldn't have faced this alone. I was lucky to have you along. Can you imagine the power Thurvo-kun must have possessed in life? I need to make sure no one else tries to harness the power in these remains. Oh, I have a few tricks up my sleeve. But first I'll need to expel Orin's soul from the dragon. I'm sure our new compatriots would love to settle their unfinished business with our host. We should be able to handle things from here. Thank you. Kalurian, Ulfnor, Sabina, help me unravel the threads binding Orin to your ancient foe.
Turnabout is fair play.
Oh, I'm going to enjoy this.
Time for a taste of your own medicine, bastard!
Where did I go wrong?
There'll be plenty of time for regrets where you're going.
Now to ensure this dragon stays buried for a very long time. Breath of the tricky god, breeze of the far shores, carry away the lingering life that clings as Sep's skin to this world.
May your elusive spirit be forever swallowed by the void. All my works and accomplishments finally reduced to dust and lost to time. I hope whatever comes after this life is not so pointless. Is that to be my reward for accepting the inevitability of fate and surrendering to futility? Insipid in eternal languor? Save your pity and your dreams of idyllic repose for your own pointless existence.
Rancid bastard! One death is too kind for him. If I had any descendants, I'd haunt them until they emptied their coffers on resurrections and assassinations. When I was wronged in life, I made sure the slight was appropriately repaid. I don't like having to leave it to the gods to mete out the punishment. But I don't suppose I'm left with any other choice this time. I left no children to carry on my name or tomb for my memory. Absent my revenge, what is there to cling to? Best to end the story here, where it was meant to.
Not bad. Not so impressive as killing it the first time, but not bad. I'll make a toast to you when I tell my tale in the Hall of Valor. Vain and terrible monsters who only stayed their wrath in exchange for total obedience and devotion. Not unlike a Daedric prince, come to think, but in the flesh. I can almost forgive the dragon priests for bending knee. Almost. Before the Dragon War, though I never lived long enough to find out what became of them. Damn beast got the last laugh when it crushed Sabina and me in its death throes. Shame. I would have liked to have split the skulls of those scale lickers. No. This reclusive lizard's hideaway kept it safe through that and all the hunts to come. Didn't find Fang Lair until well after Emperor Riemann stopped making sport of their kind. But never forget, it was Nords that started the tradition.
All my works and accomplishments finally reduced to dust and lost to time. Is that to be my reward for accepting the inevitability of fate and surrendering to futility?
You know, this has only been mildly terrifying, and I've enjoyed our time together. Maybe I should start taking pledges again myself. A little bit of purification I learned from my homeland. It should be safe from any other ambitious necromancers now. I don't usually speak ill of the dead, but I hope Tuwaka is dunking Orin's profane head in some sanctified latrine as we speak. I never said I only study necromancy. When you dabble with the dead, it pays to be well versed in the field. Well, now that this place is clear of danger, I don't have much to report to the Enclave. Think I'll make sure nothing dangerous gets left behind and start sniffing out another pledge candidate. So you can clear them out before I get there? I'd like to know more about this Scalecaller character Orin was at odds with. But aside from that, not really. A little bit of purification I learned from my homeland. It should be...